Let's take a closer look at the object complement, which sometimes provides a little bit of difficulty for some students. And we look at some examples here. In number 1, everyone thought him an idiot. You have the subject in blue, everyone, thought, that's the predicator. Everyone thought him, and him is the object in this case. Now, an idiot, this isn't one more participant, okay? Instead, an idiot tells us about him. And him, as it were, he, has changed because of the thinking that everybody had. So as a result of that thinking, he is changed. And so an idiot in this case is an object complement. It doesn't post-modify the word he. Instead, it tells us how he has changed because of the thinking. Now, if there had not been, if these words had not been here, everyone thought, then this would have been he is an idiot. And in that case, he is an idiot, and in that case an idiot would have been the subject complement, and he would have been the subject. This is why I've written this here, he is an idiot. The reason being that as in all of these cases here, had this been in subject form, then it would have been like this here. Now let's go on to number 2. The whole town wanted the outlaw dead. The whole town, this is the subject. Wanted, this is the predicator. So somebody wanted somebody, the outlaw. Now dead, this isn't another somebody or a something. So it's not another object here. Instead, you have the whole town wanted the outlaw. They wanted the outlaw different to how he was. Instead of being alive, they wanted the outlaw dead. So this dead is the object complement. And had this been just the clause by itself, then it would have been the outlaw is dead. So you can see that the object complement behaves similarly to the way the subject complement would have done, had this only been the clause itself, the outlaw dead. Let's look at 3. The board, this is the subject, has made, this is the predicator, him. Somebody has made him. Now, we've got this word which we have to account for, manager. So in this case, he has changed. He has changed from becoming just an employee to becoming a manager. So because of the action of the board, he has been changed into a manager. So manager here is the object complement. There are a limited number of verbs, or should I say, verbs, the lexical verb. There are a limited number which have this object complement pattern. Let's look at one more example whilst we are looking at this. If we go to, if we say 3a, and we'll say the voters elected her president. So as you can see here, you have the voters, these were the doers, the subject, elected is the predicator, her, this is the object, and because of their election, because of their voting, they changed her from being an ordinary citizen to being the president. And in this case, the president is the object complement. Now sometimes people get a little bit confused about the difference between a post modifier and an object complement. Now, you might not know, all of you, what a post modifier is just now. We'll be looking at that in the phrase section. However, we'll have a quick look at it here. A post modifier tells us more about the head. So in this case, you have the subject, the whole town wanted the outlaw dead. Now, you can have a pre-modifier to the outlaw. You could have said, for example, the tall outlaw, and then in that case, tall would have been here. This would have been the pre-modifier. Now, who was very violent? This is different to the word dead here, because it tells us more about the outlaw. Outlaw is the head, and who was very violent tells us more about the outlaw. This is the post modifier. It post modifies after the head. Okay, so this is the difference between an object complement and a post modifier. An object complement doesn't post modify the head, it tells us how the head, so to speak, has changed. I hope you've found this explanation useful.